to the Rat Pack.
Welcome to Minions of the Zoo Sunday night. I'm still in the water. Welcome to Minions of the Zoo Sunday. Rat, can you do that for me?
Welcome to Minions of the Zoo?
Sunday night! I am your host, Kefki. And with me tonight, we have my co-host, BuhLooZeR.
Hi.
And Smoking Rat.
I couldn't remember what day it was, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I can't do that half the time either. And the wonderful JenTMaxi. Jen?
Oh.
And with us tonight, we have the Fromun.
I'm currently being held against my will. Send your credit card number with the 3 numbers on the back and the expiration date to the following address, and we will buy you a cheeseburger.
Uh-huh.
Fromun, I have to tell you, even in that angle, your hair still works as the moon. It's great.
I mean, I just moon everyone. I mean, something like that.
That used to be a thing, In the 90s, when you had to find something to do, and you're like, I'm going to press my butt cheeks to the window as I drive by people.
What makes it worse is from the perspective of the stream. Fromun is like the furthest front, other than maybe Jen. So all of us in the back, if you were fucking mooning us, there.
No, God.
No, bye.
You don't know what Rat's doing.
I do what I want.
Also,
As you
Lodi.
should.
We have a Lodi with us. I forgot. Of course, you forgot.
Lodi.
Don't worry about it. I'm not important.
Yes, squirrels are evil. I agree.
Yes,
Guilty safe.
squirrels are evil.
They are tree puppies.
They're
Birds
cute,
are
though.
base, Costin.
Our ferret's as
Listen,
cute as Otter's evil. Wait, that's a trick question, Costin.
Gotta remind Costin that given what our Prime Minister is doing, it's probably going to be between Alberta and keeping India out. I already told Sora that I'm tempted to just tip Turtle Mountain anyway. If it's going to go, natural, it's called a natural wall.
Tip Turtle Mountain. TTT. Tip Turtle Mountain. Tip Turtle Mountain.
Turtle Mountain.
Tip Turtle Mountain.
Yeah, Turtle Mountain. I like that we have a Turtle Mountain. Makes me happy. I'm like, I have a Turtle Mountain.
Hey,
By the way,
Jen.
it's not a safe mountain. Don't go there. It'll crumble on you.
Hey, Jen.
I do.
Should we sell TC into slavery for Coulson?
Nah.
He wants to buy a squirrel, so.
Nah. I think what we should do is we should send TC to Arizona, and he could be the mascot for the London Bridge.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah.
He'll make the money. He'll hold a bowl on the side of the bridge, and as you cross, you'll be like, toll for the bridge.
So Kefki, the last London Bridge before they built the new one in 19 whatever, they tore it down, shipped the bricks over to Arizona, and rebuilt it in Arizona.
Seriously?
It's now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's now surrounded by palm trees.
There we
It's
go.
amazing.
Now Froman's floating. Yay!
I mean, I was floating beforehand. They all float down
Look.
here.
Look, it's okay if he's floating, just so long as he doesn't start swaying. We'll be fine.
Oh
Are
no!
you manually doing that?
Oh no!
Sway
Yes.
with me,
Well,
let the rhythm touch us start to beat.
Woo! Woo! Hey, that's a fancy tricks. Good footwork. Wait, good footwork.
Yeah,
I'm worried about him
I am
turning
very
sideways.
acrobatic.
If he starts floating sideways, I'm gonna start calling you a witch.
Oh, his head's stuck in the. Oh, Froman got stuck in the spider web. Oh no! It's on his face.
What are you doing? What are you doing to me?
I'm not doing nothing.
Okay.
Whoosh, whoosh.
This is just, Patrick Star in a fight.
No, Costa, instead of importing a squirrel, why don't you export a squirrel?
Okay, that's awesome.
We did that to them once, you know, and the Brits got mad at us. They're like, "Can you take your gray squirrel back? It's beating up all our red squirrels." And we were like, "But they're cute."
The red squirrels are fighting back now, though.
That's what I heard.
I think I've mentioned this. We just you've accidentally stumbled onto one of my lifelong dream hopes, but it's never. I don't know how to implement it. I want to airdrop entire cargo containers of squirrels on England, to have them take over entire cities.
You know what would make that even?
I am a firm believer in chicken warfare, because you look at the numbers.
That's not fair, though.
Chickens outnumber the U.S. military 15,000 to 1.
I know.
Seriously?
But you're still both wrong. They got it right in the 1960s when they did the beaver drop, because England doesn't have any beavers. They don't have any beavers, so you drop them a bunch of fucking beavers, and it's funnier because it's a bunch of fucking beavers. They're cute too, you know. They're gross, dirty animals, but they're fucking cute, you know.
Beavers
so the English
are adorable.
Oh no, there's a squirrel.
Why did I see a big TC fluff butt in my face? That's.
He's probably asleep too, sneaking in his pillow.
Okay, but TC's not here, is he? No.
No, I think he's probably sleeping. Oh boy.
I thought for a minute, I'm like, where'd TC go from? Hi, TC.
It's the TC squirrel. He's the 007 squirrel. Don't tell TC I said that, because he's gonna ask for a squirrel that looks like a 007.
James Bond, yeah. Also, let's see who's in chat. Hey Badger! Hello, Costin. Who else? Critical Thinkers Guild. Hello.
Actually,
That's it.
Rather than dropping beavers, we could just drop Trudeau and leave out the parachute.
How are the
you
the
can agree
sound?
to that one, right, Costin? Sorry, Kefki.
It's okay. How is the sound? Do we sound low to you guys in chat, or does it sound okay? Because I've noticed the past couple streams our volume's been low, and then BuhLooZeR's been fixing it for me, but I just wanted to see.
Okay, our volume.
Yeah, our volume. Pardon, our volume.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do you know how hard it is to try and talk like this?
Great.
He says the audio is good, and Green says sounds fine.
Oh, yay! Thank you guys. All right. I was gonna do something, wasn't I? What was I gonna do? Oh God.
Are you gonna read articles?
Oh yeah. Got articles tonight, guys. Oh, we can't start that. Okay, you guys just let me know.
Can we? No, I didn't know. I was like, isn't it required for us to not make sense for at least?
Oh yeah. No, we gotta get our not make sense quota in.
Let's be honest. With the articles I have, we'll somehow make that easily.
Okay.
I mean,
I got
no.
Let's see. The first one was from the Washington Post. The first one I sent Kefki was from the Washington Post 8 years ago, which is your dog's Halloween costume sexist?
I am not creating an account for this. Free. I am not creating an account.
Every time you do read an actual article from the news, you're wondering if the person writing even took a literature course.
I can go through this, Kefki. You might want to turn off all of your scripts and everything. That's probably what's happening if you know how to do that. If not,
I have no idea.
I can screen share. I'm not sure.
Oh, you know what? I would appreciate that so much. That would be wonderful.
If you screen share, and then if we just change the display option to Discord.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Yep. Watch
I love
stream.
this
Okay,
picture.
1 second. Blue, can you change the humna? Yay! Okay. Let's go
I love the picture
into...
of the dog. Like, I don't like the dog.
Okay.
It's a poodle.
That pulled up the... Yeah.
Okay. So can you like close the Chrome tab?
Oh, yeah,
Me?
yeah.
Now.
Yeah, I can close the Chrome tab. Let's see, where...
Also, I'm pretty sure I set up the Chrome. I mean...
Close. There you go.
See if this works.
Nah, well, I'll talk about that off stream.
Display.
Oh, great. My puppets are... Hold on. Let me... There we go.
Yay!
It's still wrong, but whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, I know that this article is from 8 years ago, but nowadays I would just dress my cat up like one of the Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp, and be like, well, you know, what if my dog self-identifies? It's not a Halloween costume. Self-identifies, you racist. How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you? No, thank you!
Oh, yeah, that is the right thing. Okay.
All I know is Kefki is grinning like a madman, and you're a ghost.
I now need to find, given this particular thing, if I can find the... Where is my...
Are we good?
Yeah.
You're fine.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm
Can I pop up Obus, or is that going to mess it up?
I mean, you can, but it depends. Like, you can't move that to the other screen because it'll change this. I mean, you can, but I'd have to adjust the size of the...
Oh, that's okay. I'm not going to move it. I just wanted to look at Obus real quick. Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay, now everything's working. Okay, no.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
There you go. I'm gonna send Kefki.
Are you still connected?
Look at it later.
Yeah, I can leave.
No. I just wanted to make sure in case something happens.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Is your dog's Halloween costume sexist? I love this picture.
It's so cute. Oh my god. Who wants to read? Dad, you can read. W. Fromun.
Let's see. Yes, I get it. Young girls may be discarding their princess wands for superhero capes for this Halloween, but not so in the canine world. Glass ceiling appears to be firmly in place at PepSnark, where career costumes labeled male include firefighter and police officer, while female dogs can choose between pink cowboy or cowgirl costumes and a pink loofah. On the site BaxterBoo.com. God bless. Options for your female pooch include sweetheart nurse or French maid. God, who wants a French maid dog?
No.
Although,
no.
On a French bulldog, I think you can get a pass.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah, that might work there.
Yeah.
I could answer your question though. The weird side of the furries.
Oh god, no. Oh god, no. Oh god, no.
Sorry, Kefki. I block those people because I suspect they have other problems.
I mean, I don't got problems with furries. One of my wonderful friends is a furry. One of my good friends is a furry. But yeah, the weird furries, no.
Yeah.
No, I block those guys because I think they have other problems. I'm like, it's one thing to want to roleplay a game where you're an animal character, and another thing to think you're into sex with animals.
Yeah.
I block them for that. I'm like, yeah, you can neuter yourself.
So, let's see. Any tidy girl dog will look adorable wearing this French-made dog costume. The site's description reads, whether your pup is a clean freak or a messy... Oh god, it is a furry thing.
Oh god.
I wish I wasn't so good at that.
She will enjoy playing dress up in this fun costume.
No.
You know, I look at my ancestors and I'm like, I'm sorry. Just go back. Go back now.
The choices for male dog, meanwhile, include fireman, mop boss, and doctor, suggesting pairing matchup with a girlfriend with a sweetheart nurse dog costume. So, it is furry stuff.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Wait, is Fromun coming in a little low?
Yeah, he is a bit quiet.
Oh, yeah, I need to
I mean,
turn fRo up.
let's see. Part of it is like my mic is
Ah.
further away.
The other one.
Oh, the other one?
Actually,
Well, that's gonna...
actually.
Come on.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Go for it! You're...
Fine. Fine.
Fine. Everybody can see my stuff, and that's okay.
No, they
I don't
can't.
give a shit. Oh.
They can't.
Oh, darn.
So let's see. I'll just keep on going.
Yes, keep on going,
on the surface, but this is part of a larger message we're sending that there are certain jobs for men and certain jobs for women. Said Scott Laurie, 36, who co-hosts a podcast, She Will Not Be Ignored, about gender issues. The career option for women and dogs need to go beyond pink Blueface and cowboy.
Are you fucking serious? I'm sorry.
Laurie, who plans to dress his two dogs as the cop duo Kagi and Lacey.
Cagney.
Cagney. I don't know. I'm not old. So says that the double take. Says he did a double take when he saw PetSmart's police officer costumes marked for males. He clicked around and noticed a pattern of career-related costumes were often explicitly marked male and female. A number of other costumes, however, ranging from lobsters to pumpkins and dinosaurs, bear the male-female label. Do you want your dog to be a lobster?
That'd be funny.
Lobster dog.
That'd be funny. I'm more of this side where I'm like, what about the dog? You know, I know some of the pictures. It's just all these outfits for the dogs. You know, like sometimes I get it. The odd dog is a weirdo and likes it. I get that, but some of them are just like, this is. They don't look comfortable in it either.
Like it, yeah.
You know, I'm like, what about the dog? What does the dog really look like? It likes it? Because if it doesn't, then stop doing that.
Representatives for PetSmart and Baxter Boo did not respond to requests for comment. Yeah, our cowgirl and police officer costumes are for dogs only. I don't know. Not for your mother. Although they might look the same. National retailers have begun to take steps to eliminate gender labels from their product. Target last year announced that it would stop separating girls and boys' toys in stores. Walmart and Toys R Us and Amazon have taken similar measures. Jeffrey P. Bezos, chief executive of Amazon, owns the Washington Post.
Can you imagine you're in PetSmart and you have your cart, right? And you have your pet with you because they're allowed in there, and you take it up to the cart. And they go, whoa, stop right there. You have a police officer outfit. Is that dog a boy or a girl? That's a girl dog. You can't buy this.
Well, you know, we live in a society, man.
Hold on.
What?
This is important.
Okay.
But probably for not real good reasons.
Well,
I did not expect to learn Jeff Bezos' middle initial today.
Oh.
Seriously. I did not know that it was Jeffrey P. Bezos. Well, that's weird. And I feel like I learned something, and that bothers me.
That's funny.
I kind of figure that it would be like Jeffrey, given Jeff Bezos, but like, when have we ever heard him referred to as Jeffrey?
That's weird too, but I can see that the middle initial P.
Yeah.
You know, the minute you say Jeffrey, I can't help thinking that name's been jinxed lately. Like, the amount of Jeffreys on my hand where I'm like, are you a pedo? Yes. Are you a pedo? Maybe. Are you a pedo? I don't know, but you come across as one.
Well, I mean, he's more of a star man nowadays.
What a lovely thing to rejoin the voice chat to.
Yeah. Names are currently cursed. Like Karen.
What?
So let's see. We never want the guests or their families to feel frustrated or limited by the way things are presented. Target said in 2015 over the past year, guests have raised important questions about a handful of signs in our stores that offer product suggestions based on gender. In some cases, like apparel, where the fit and sizing differences, it makes sense. Others, it may not. last year, the New York City Police Department, or not police department, that would be funny, but Department of Consumer Affairs found that items marked to girls and women are routinely marked up by about 7% compared to the items for men and boys. Discrepancies included 48% markup on hair products such as shampoo and conditioner.
Huh.
Double whammy. So they're bringing pink tax stuff.
Oh.
Ah.
Really?
Because, you can just get
What's
any
pink
kind of...
tax?
It's the argument that things are more expensive just because it's for women.
Oh.
So you... And it will, compare, you get this really basic thing for men, and then they get this really fancy thing for women, and they'll compare them and say, oh yeah, well, the women's one is more expensive or something.
Oh.
That's
no.
usually how it's considered.
No, chat. I hope you're incorrect.
What?
I just saw chat. Opinionated Scotsman asked the question, "What does the P stand for?" And then he answered his own question. It stands for Preston.
Jeffrey
Preston Bezos.
Preston.
That I was not expecting that. I was thinking maybe it was Perry, possibly like Peter, but no, it's Preston. That makes it even worse.
Preston. That's a horrible name.
Let's see. It turns out those markups aren't limited to humans either. At Party City, Supergirl and Wonder Woman doggy costumes were priced at 30% higher than Superman costumes. Batgirl costumes, meanwhile, were selling for $19.99, a 33% premium to the Batman costume. Pet costumes have been gaining popularity over recent years. 60% of Americans say they'll dress up their dogs, cats, bunnies for Halloween this year. According to National Retail Federation, the most popular costumes were gender-neutral pumpkins, hot dogs, and bumblebees.
This article is making me learn things that I didn't need to
Poor
learn.
rat.
Like I had
Jeff Bezos' middle name. Now I've learned that not only do people dress up their dogs and cats, but bunnies. Why do bunnies need a costume? They're already wearing one.
Look. People love to dress up their ferrets,
false
too.
homunculi that have plagued this world.
No. Well,
You're telling
The
me
other thing I can't do is find out if Bezos itself
Can I
means
choose the
something.
costume? Yes.
Because a lot of our last names have a meaning,
Yeah. Well, let's see. As for Lori, he has yet to buy costumes for Harry and Brody. The dogs already have wigs.
Brody.
But Lori says he's waiting for PetSmart to remove its labeling before he makes his purchase. Even if it's on principle, this is important, he said. I'm waiting until they fix it.
And he never got those costumes.
we need a follow-up article. Did they ever fix it?
Yeah.
Is he still waiting? Are his
Did
pets
Harry
still
and Brody
alive?
ever get the costumes?
Well, that was exceptionally retarded.
Well, let's see.
And yet I learned things. That's what bothers me. It's exceptionally retarded, and I learned. What does that mean for my own self identity?
Whoa!
Am I just retarded? What?
Man who says he was being chased by spiders, vampires, angels arrested during home invasion in Bloomfield Township.
I got the second article up.
Okay.
God bless.
Anybody want to read this one? Because you guys can share screen. He's sharing screen. You guys can hop on here. Look.
This is not intentional, but we went from furries to a guy named Vor.
Hard for us to be able to read, though. If Fromun wants to share these with us, we could. But
I got
he's
whole
got
list. I'll
Discord. I thought you could just click on his Discord and see what he's streaming.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my fucking mouse to show up. Where's it?
It's not about seeing it. It's just if I were to read that, I wouldn't be able to.
List of articles I got set up. I just put it in the stream talk.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
No offense. I don't know about rap.
This is the Click on Detroit one.
Okay.
Wait.
I don't mind reading one of the articles as well.
All right. Loser, you want to read this one?
I have questions.
Okay. Yes, right.
What am I being included in?
human
Reading an
sacrifice.
article?
Yes.
Am I
Rat
no,
sacrifice.
no? Like someone said something about I don't know about rat. I'm like, wait, you don't know
Oh.
about me for what?
Oh, being able to read the article through the Discord screen.
Oh, possibly, but I'd rather not.
Okay.
I also
I put
I'm
the whole
upset.
list of articles I collected in
Aw.
the stream talk.
Okay.
No. I'm not really upset. I'm just annoyed.
Confused.
Because
Oh.
I keep
Aw.
learning things because chat is informing me of things I didn't need to know, like Elon Musk's middle name.
What is
Not-
that?
Wait, Elon?
Reeve?
Oh yeah.
Reeve. That's a last name.
We're at the Ken Ham one, right?
No. It's click on Detroit one in there.
Okay.
I'll read the next one
I'm
then.
jumping around
Okay.
a little bit.
Well, I thought
I figured,
you.
like,
I thought
what-
you're reading
what-
this one,
What
BuhLooZeR.
sounds fun?
Okay, who's reading what? God damn it.
It's like who's on first?
Okay. All right.
That's
So.
my belief. If you pulled it up first, you get to read it. I'm still
Alright.
looking at it. I see it now. I'm like, well, I haven't clicked on it yet, so it's your turn.
All right,
Blue.
fine.
Okay.
A 40-year fuck's sake, great start. A 41-year-old man who says spiders, vampires, and angels were chasing him during a home invasion was arrested by Bloomfield Township Police. The incident occurred on Tuesday, September 26th at 3 a.m.
Sorry.
Turtle Lake Driver. Fucking hell, Turtle Lake on Turtle.
A turtle. We got turtle. Turtle.
When Jacob 41 from Kigo Harbor, who, while on foot, used a pry bar to break into the basement window of the home.
Oh, jeez.
The homeowner was awakened by the security alarm and armed himself. As the homeowner approached the top of his stairs while hearing the commotion coming from the basement, he yelled down to the intruder, who responded that spiders, vampires, and angels were chasing him. Paul made his way up to the spiral stairs towards the homeowner, who yelled at him not to come any closer. He was armed with a gun. The 41-year-old intruder challenged the homeowner to shoot him, causing the man to fire a shot down the stairs, but he missed, causing Vor to retreat back into the basement. When officers approached the rear of the home, Vor exited the residence and was ordered to the ground, where he was immediately taken into custody and transported to Bloomfield Township Police Department. Police said they watched video surveillance which showed Vor holding a carving knife from the knife block in the basement kitchen. Officers said the 41-year-old was holding the knife as he approached the stairs. I broke into the house, said Vor during the police interview. I wasn't there to hurt anyone.
I just have
mate.
this big honking knife with me. Yeah, that's it.
It's my
In
emotional
defense,
support
in that
knife.
sense,
Yeah.
he was on the stairs, he got shot at, and then he retreated down the stairs. And apparently the kitchen has a basement, so I think he was genuinely using it for self-defense. Although it's very clear that he
maybe.
was, like, tweaking out.
Maybe. It's his emotional support knife.
That's what we all need.
Yes.
Well, I think the point of it is if he hadn't broken into the house in the first place, none of that would have happened.
But
Oh,
Jen,
absolutely.
the vampires and spiders were chasing him. He had no choice.
Right.
Anyway,
And who knows what the hell the angels would have done?
Lord
Well,
knows.
they have many eyes and many wings and many hands, and
Yeah, it's all
Maybe not.
biblically accurate as
Look, if he was being chased by those, that was the scariest thing. He was being chased by biblical accurate angels.
Well, yeah, the biblically accurate angel thing, isn't it like their starting line is usually "Be not afraid"? Well, you already have a crowbar. You're afraid.
Or because he had his support knife.
I'm guessing. No, that's the thing. I'm guessing that the biblically accurate angel didn't lead off with the "Be not afraid" statement. Thus, mistakes were made.
Hey,
I could see.
why is it so hard then?
Your emotional support knife will not protect you.
I have also left some thoughts in the chat along with the rest of the chat, just for reference.
Vor was charged at the 48th District Court on Thursday, fucking hell, September 28th, with a one court felony warrant for home invasion in the first degree and given a
So that is
why is that?
That is supposed to be, I think, $1,009,009.
Oh my god!
Well, is it that, or did they just forget to put the decimal point in for
Oh,
I can see
maybe.
it being like, what is it? $10,000.09. Like the 9.
Someone
Yeah.
got paid to write this. For fuck's
The
sake.
9 at the end concerns me.
Yes.
No, it shouldn't, because like that's the one part of it that's explainable easily. Why the $9? It probably settles some bet between some officer and some like other like person.
It's either that or they accidentally hit 9 trying to write out the number. But either way,
Yeah, I think it was.
I
supposed
doubt
to
it's
be
$1 million for a
100,000,
fucking
and
home invasion.
I think it's supposed to be 100,000, and the 9's a typo.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, $100,000 cash bond there.
But yeah, I don't know. I got like this one's fascinating, like in its own right, because if I go to the guy's face, I have a number of articles stored away somewhere, and like the game I play with people occasionally is I just send them the mugshot, and I try to have them guess what happens with it. And like this one right here is that kind of face.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Here's
Didn't have to play that sometime. That's a great idea.
There's a spin on this I can bring up right now. Like, think about this. Look at that guy's face. If you were a vampire, would you chase that guy?
No.
Honestly, it's not worth my time.
I don't think so. You know,
we have to ask. We need to ask Armskiller, because Armskiller's the expert.
Yeah, we gotta ask Arms.
Oh, wait. Why would they?
He's a vampire.
Yeah, he's a vampire.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, as long as they're not a
because
spider.
he's Eastern European, therefore he's automatically a vampire.
I was just concerned that they were a spider. I didn't want spiders' opinions about this.
We don't want your opinions about this. You ain't like a freak.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
Okay, Jen, did you want to do the next one?
Which one am I gonna do?
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, good. Assassin is or Gray is creating conspiracy theories in the chat. This is good.
what is the
hashtag Fromun did the crime confirmed.
You gonna do the banana one? I'll do the Kin Ham one.
Okay.
It's been many a year has been since I've heard what that fucknut's doing.
Yeah, he's not the worst creationist out there.
No, Gray. This is a good vampire. This is our friend. So yeah.
Right. So this is the HuffPost because they're high. And it was written by Ed Mazza, so we know who to blame for this crap. Fuck you, Ed.
Like,
Wait, you haven't read it yet. Maybe it's a good one. Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck all of them. All right, so
the
creation
least popular house on the block.
All right, so to start the article, creationist Ken Ham, who runs the Noah's Ark attraction in Kentucky, because it failed in Australia, clearly.
My
is
God.
calling on followers to put some Jesus into Halloween, even though technically that would be going against your religion, sir. In a new blog post, Ham said all of those trick-or-treaters coming to the door on October 31st provide a fantastic opportunity to push my values on. Oh, sorry. To share the saving gospel with your friends and neighbors. Ham's message was actually a sales pitch for his organization, Halloween Learn and Cheer Kits, because he's running out of money, which includes religious pamphlets as well as fake money with Bible messages. See, I told you he was running out of money. And giving out to candy-seeking children. That's creepy, sir. We put people like you in a jail. The fake $1 million.
Put him in a cage.
The $1 million bill there is so cool.
I do like the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They don't really believe in this, though, do they? Like, I thought creationists were like, dinosaurs were made up.
They believe that Jesus killed the last of the dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
Seriously?
So if you go off of like because that's one of the things that's supposed to be canon in like the Bible, but so like if you look at the history with like how Genesis is like tapered back, the Earth is about 4,400 to 4,500 years years old. And there's all sorts of stuff there, and there's a whole spectrum of things because technically flat Earth beliefs come from the Bible and stuff like that. So flat Earthers are creationists often for things like that. But
so creationists believe that Jesus came down and God bombed the dinosaurs because they weren't good enough.
He
Poor
kind
dinosaurs.
of missed though. I gotta ask how they think he missed so bad because there's like several
said it
species.
earlier. Chickens outnumber the U.S. military 15,000.
Oh God!
You bring that up. Back in like 2011, there was a guy in California who was trying to engage the genetics in chickens to kind of give them back their teeth, and I was like, why would you do that?
Have teeth.
What? Well, they have a link that would lead them to going back to being the closest thing to a raptor, or at least he thinks he does. And
although
that's such a bad
realistically,
movie.
What is it? Emus, and cassowaries. Those are what you need to worry about.
That's
where I would have gone if I was going to do dinosaurs. But he wants to do that with chickens. I'm like, okay, but listen, chickens have a reason to resent us.
Personally. Yeah. So Jesus, Badger asked, so Jesus personally killed the last of the dinosaurs. Yes.
I have heard it.
Yeah, you velociraptored them.
Lodi, I'm gonna fucking punch you.
Velociraptured. But
yeah.
Yes.
But you said that was canon though. So
that's my understanding. I don't remember any particular rap shit though.
Well, okay, again, my point being, it wasn't Velociraptor. It was a cannon. Jesus used a cannon to kill the dinosaurs, right?
I see.
I kind of like the Velociraptor. Just don't tell Logan where I like this joke.
Is better rat. I'm sorry.
Alright, so the fake $1 million bills came with a picture of either a dinosaur or Noah's Ark on the front because he likes to pretend like he's into dinosaurs. Have you ever lied, stolen, or used God's name in vain? Well, Ken Ham has. A message on one of the bills reads, "If so, you've broken God's law." Well, sir, that was you. The penalty for your crimes against God is death and eternal hell. Kids will love it. Am I wrong?
Do you want eternal suffering? Kids want this. Kids want eternal suffering. That's what they need.
If trick-or-treaters hear about the weird fake money offerings and stop showing up, Ham has a backup plan, because why not stalk the children after they've said no? Try reverse trick-or-treating when you bring a basket of goodies to bless your neighbors. He wrote on the Answer in Genesis website, include a gospel booklet with your home-baked or store-bought treats. Nobody's going to your house. Nobody trusts your store-bought baked stuff anymore. Parents can't do that. This is a great way to encourage your kids to give and bless others as well as share gospel as a family. Not saying that without regrets. Like, the caramel apples were great. It's just you can't trust people with that shit.
Yeah.
Allergies alone are enough of a no.
The thing is, I want to see what Kent Hovind does for Halloween now.
Who?
What?
Kent Hovind makes Ham look like a normal person.
Oh
boy.
But because Ken Ham basically started disassociating with Kent Hovind a while ago. Kent Hovind has this little place like in Indiana, I think, called Dinosaur Adventureland, which is obscene. I can get into it another time because it's weird. But yeah.
Also, how could I eventually hate?
I don't dislike religious people. Like, I could understand his views if he wasn't peddling other shit. That is the problem I have with the Ken Ham, is there's always something else that he's really
That's
I'm
the
like,
problem
you
I
are
have with the
such a-
canned ham.
you
I'm
are
sorry.
You are such a big prophet, sir.
He's an opportunist, and he's a
He
good
is.
opportunist.
Forever known
But
as
it's for
canned
shit.
ham to me now.
It is kind of trite stuff because the only thing that people really remember him for is his debate with Bill Nye that he lost so badly on, and it's against Bill Nye of all people.
Yeah,
Bill
and
Nye,
that's
that's
the
all
thing.
you
Like in
got.
hindsight, at the time, I was cheering for Bill because I kind of still thought he was reasonable, and I'm like, no, you're just the opposite crazy.
Well, yeah, Bill. He's okay. He's an okay scientist, but don't listen to his politics.
But
He's
doesn't he
technically
wear,
not a
like,
scientist; he's an engineer.
You know who I like who's a good scientist? Mr. Wizard.
Not that an engineer can't be a scientist. Like they really do like to do that. Oh well, you're not a scientist, and I'm like, listen. If I do an experiment, yeah, I'm being a scientist for a moment.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's my take on it. Is like everyone's a scientist when you get down to it. So it's like I try to I try to avoid that kind of thinking.
I don't know.
I will call it out if you're seeing it like it's your career, because that is different. Like I don't do it as a career. That would be lying.
Have this weird thing about scientists that I'd like to bring up. It's kind of related, but not.
Okay.
It's a weird conspiracy kind of a theory I have.
Hey,
Good
no!
scientists versus bad scientists, okay? All
Versus
of the
mad
bad,
scientists.
like all of the bad scientists, like questionable, we don't think they're good, they have bad ideas. I've noticed a pattern. Like Kefki brought up a scientist, Mr. Wizard. He probably was a scientist. I don't know. It was a TV show, but that's where it started when I was a kid. Mr. Wizard was a good guy. He's smart, and I learned things. But he didn't seem crazy. Bill Nye seemed always seemed kind of weird and crazy, even though it was just like kind of his show was meant for kids. But it was always a little off to me. It was always off to me.
You look up Bill Nye's like videos from Bill Nye Science Guy show.
I watched some of this stuff when I was a kid,
and now watch them as you. Now watch like YouTube poops. It's the same exact style of editing, which is just hilarious to me.
Well, the point I'm getting at is, I think you can like immediately discern whether it's a good scientist or a bad scientist based on their ties.
What do you have against bow ties?
Anyone who wears a bow tie is questionable immediately.
Why is
okay?
But I tend to wear bow ties.
And you're questionable.
You are questionable, sir.
I am.
Thank you, Noe.
I am adorable.
Yeah, but Bill Nye didn't have a real tie. He had the Velcro thing. If
No,
you're wearing a real one, then I'm impressed because you know how to tie one.
That makes it worse, though. You see, because it's a bow tie, but it's a Velcro. It's not even a real.
Oh wait! Whoa! Who has a Velcro bow tie?
Bill Nye, apparently.
What?
Well, yeah, and
no.
Like that's a whole other level of lazy. But then,
actually.
I don't blame you for having it. I know it's a convenience and speed thing, but yeah, like if you can actually tie one, it is impressive. It's
at least take the time to tie a bow tie if you're gonna wear one, not a clip-on bow tie. That's lazy and irresponsible on a whole nother level.
I would understand the clip-on before Velcro.
You're lazy and irresponsible on another level.
Well, a lot of
yeah, but he's not wearing a bow tie.
Rat is a bow tie.
I do think it's because of the costume thing. Like you can get them where they're just like pins, like they're just button pins. But like the Velcro is normal for outfits and stuff. It's just no. If you're a scientist, I listen. Tying a knot should be easy. You know.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I have an important question. Is a P&G bow tie better or worse than any of these?
I don't know what
PNG?
a PNG.
Oh, that one's fine.
An image just thrown on. Like, if say we put a little bow tie on Kefki right now.
That would be so cute.
Oh God! Don't put it in my head.
Too late. It's happening.
This is the part that scares me, right? See, I thought that you were talking about a type of tie.
There you go.
I didn't know. I was like, what is a
BuhLooZeR, he
PNG
has
bow
the power.
tie? I didn't even realize he's talking about like a PNG, like PNG. I was literally like the letter P, then the and symbol G, then tie. I thought that's what he was talking about. I'm like, what is that? I've never even heard of it.
You know, Kefki, if you do put that bow tie on your head, just on the left over your ear, you can pretend to be Minnie Mouse for
No. No.
But you could do it wrong, you know, like you're the ferret version of a Minnie Mouse, so like
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm not Minnie
You
Mouse.
technically eat Minnie. Technically,
Yes.
Minnie is your food. So
Yes. Come here, rat. I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
No, okay, back to the whole thing about the tie thing.
Oh, God.
It only applies to scientists. Kefki's not a scientist, so I'm not scared.
Oh, yeah. This is right. I'm not a scientist.
I'm gonna send Kefki like a children's chemistry kit and see what
No.
happens.
Science!
No. That's what you should do for Halloween, Kefki. You should be a mad scientist.
You are
then
genius.
You can wear a bow tie. Then you can wear a bow tie, and it's justified.
Yeah.
Get a and you can wear a Velcro one. That'll even make people know that you're a mad scientist.
I don't want to be angry on Halloween. That's my favorite holiday.
Blue.
Wait.
Yes.
How do you feel about making a Frankenstein cat? Because that'd be funny.
Get it?
Yeah.
Mad scientist, angry. Boom.
Yeah.
I'll shut up now.
Yeah.
I just
have
have
I
to.
get it.
If you need help, I'll help you with it. I just
I just have to avoid green because they'll fuck with the green screen. But yeah.
Because Kevin is a mad scientist, and you being as
exactly.
If your setup is proper, I don't think that is too big of a deal on a green screen if you know what to do.
It would take some. It depends what shade I go with and stuff like that. I'd work it out. I can work it out.
Yeah. I digress. Let's see. Slippery character in banana costume. Public urination in Key West. To move on.
Frankenfeline. Oh, that's good.
He
made like a banana and split.
Boom.
A lot of those suits don't necessarily have like the zipper in the front, and I'm like, was he contorting?
I just like the zipper was like underneath. So I'm like thinking like the peanut butter jelly time like banana sort of setup, and he just folded it up. That's my guess. But
with a baseball bat on.
Key West police complain on Halloween about a white male in a banana costume who was peeing on a side of a building, near a row of portable toilets. Honestly, I don't blame him because those things are disgusting. But this is according to the Smoking Gun. Cops who arrived at the scene found 20-year-old Kyle Mortimer urinating on the sidewalk, according to police report obtained by the outlet. And look at his face.
He's so proud.
He is.
He's so proud of himself.
Smug.
Yeah.
I think that's a. I think that's a.
Ew.
It is. This is my property now.
I'll be real with them though. I kind of don't blame them. Like they're not wrong when you're like the porta potties they bring in. They could clean them better. They don't.
Oh yeah.
Agree. Badger a slightly annoyed scientist.
You know, there's outhouses at the farm that are cleaner than this. They're like 100 years old. You go to a porta potty and you're like, okay, plastic fuckers.
Let's see. The University of Miami student peeled away and tried to give officers the slip by zigzagging down as he headed toward Duval Street, the cops said. Cops grabbed the banana, but he managed to split it. God damn it.
Oh, God.
They're having too much fun with this. Before another officer used a leg sweep to knock him on the ground, according to the report. Mortimer interlaced his fingers and held them tightly together in an attempt to prevent the cops from cuffing him. But he eventually was taken into custody in front of the Smokin' Tuna Saloon. He posted a photo while still wearing the yellow costume The banana head was charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest, both misdemeanors, and released on bond pending arrangement on November 16th. And apparently, what's the tag here? He
Florida.
was a Florida man.
Florida nanner.
Well, he was Key West, so.
Ugh.
God bless. That mugshot just does it all, though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I oftentimes wish to listen to the part of the body cam that they can't tell you, which is the conversation between the cops afterwards.
Yeah.
It's the only joy of watching the Chris Chan videos, is actually listening to the cops.
Well, yeah. Well, like, you know, I imagine that, you know, police just thought the situation was silly, but they couldn't take the piss.
Yeah. It's what
okay.
They will laugh. They will laugh, but they're trying so hard.
There was one part in the Chris Chan the rest video that got me so much, and it made me laugh so hard. Probably nobody else will find it funny, but when he goes, "Oh, my husband Maddy pulled on your pant leg. Did you feel it?" And the cop just goes, "No."
Well, like...
No. No expression, no emotion in his voice, just no.
The whole situation with, like, how the internet, like, convinced Chris Chan that he was, like, his own version of Jesus. Yeah, no, it's...
He wouldn't, I really believe he would not be this wackadoodle if people didn't troll him into some of his wackadoodleness.
There's a few things that he would have absolutely still done.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be this crazy.
Done, but yeah.
Like, because the whole Liquid Chris saga and all, and you know, all those comics were just genuinely hilarious.
Yes.
Because it was literally like him trying to talk about his life in like the most unsubtle way possible.
Yep.
That's the thing with somebody like Chris Chan. I actually don't agree with the side of the internet that thinks that people who are like that shouldn't be allowed on the internet. It's more that they really kind of do need their own space. Because he's still, no offense, he's the other side of autism, you know?
He's the dark side of autism.
No, it's how he's able to communicate and express himself. It's gonna be weird to anybody else. The only people who really understood that, and to be fair to the guy, was probably his mom. And his mom doesn't know where she is, so that's gone.
Poor Barb.
She's the victim in most of this, but, you know, that's kind of how it is with autistic kids, like, who are at his level, because they have a limit of how much they can communicate, and sometimes the only people who really understand them are their parents.
Well, I think Bob, like, his dad was a bit better than even Barbara was, like better than Barbara in that aspect, but the thing is that Bob didn't understand fucking online stuff. Like, there's the whole, like, Green County, I want everything about my house off the internet, and, like,
take everything, delete everything off the internet.
That shows that understanding, like, a lack of understanding of how internet works. Like, you uploaded it, you unload them. It's like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But,
but there still is the point is he understood it better than Barbara, I think, and I think he tried and failed.
What?
What?
Wait.
Chat. Oh, Mort. Hi.
I'm Mort.
Pink Floyd's next album, The Dark Side of Us.
Correct.
There is that. I'm not giving that to him as an excuse either, because there's too many people that I know who are just as autistic who wouldn't have gone that route. I just understand that it is harder to express yourself when you're like that, especially to people who really can't understand. On the other hand, that doesn't mean that, you know, as an autistic person, you can't have a dark side. And if you're hanging out with the side of the internet that's like, I'm going to watch you tank yourself.
Mm.
Yeah, it's worse.
Yeah.
That doesn't, he's still, no, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're still in charge of your own actions. You still make those decisions. That's still on you. And I do feel bad for your mom. And I feel even worse for your dad, because at least your mom doesn't know where she is. To a certain extent, that's a blessing for her.
Okay, but at least his dad, and this sounds awful to say, but at least Bob didn't live to see what he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So Bob was kind of spared.
Yeah, I feel for Bob.
Well,
did I say hi to chat? Hi, ChatMorte!
Yeah, you did.
Oh, brain fart.
You missed the article about the guy named Kyle Mortimer, who was in a banana suit and was peeing publicly.
Yeah. Yeah,
but,
and the story that we'll never hear from the cops.
Yeah.
Please do not be the sad.
Let's see. Well, that was because I told Mort that she smelled.
Oh, but
yeah, that's
smack.
I'm disappointed.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry I smacked. I'm sorry.
To be fair, it was a fair smack for you, so...
I think you broke my nose. I don't know.
Oh no!
How dare you?
Your bones, okay? Because she likes to hide those in her Cheeto box.
Oh.
Cheebones.
So let's see. I don't know how long you want to be doing this, but I got 4 articles left.
I say one more, but mostly the one with the candy, because it's candy.
Yeah.
We have been live for an hour.
I want to read the candy one.
Okay.
Okay.
And I don't think Rat has read one either.
Oh yeah, Rat, will you do one? You want to?
Do you want me to read one?
Yeah.
I mean, you can read the
if you want to.
I can try and read one. Yeah.
You can't read it as badly as I did.
But I can't actually see this. Where it's in stream. Where was it?
I'm live streaming right now. It's
right,
also
but I can't.
Stream Talk. It's the bottom one.
Yes.
The candy
like
corn?
the bottom link.
Where's candy corn?
No, I thought we were doing the candy corn one.
Candy corn. Where's candy corn? Give me candy corn. Corn, candy.
Yeah, where's the article? Which article is it that has the candy corn? Okay, there I see
it.
Now. I found it.
Okay.
The big old list is the one at the bottom, but yeah.
Yes, now I see it now. Okay.
Okay.
I was looking in the wrong place. We're fine.
Okay.
So.
Do you want to do this one, Rat?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. We gotta find the start of it.
I'll do the last one.
So
what's the title?
Yeah. Why? Okay. So, parenting. Why letting your kids gorge on Halloween candy might actually be healthy.
Yay!
By Kristen Fleming. Okay. So okay, and then we're into the article. All right. A few years ago, Sarah Jed, a blogger and communications professor at the University of Wisconsin, wrote a piece for a local mommy site explaining why she allows her children unfettered access to their Halloween candy. The reaction to her post was anything but sweet.
No.
We're already starting with the puns. Okay. I got a lot of negative feedback, especially from, I don't know what publication, Facebook page, saying that's terrible. Jed, 44, told the Post. They said kids' teeth are going to rot. I still have teeth. I ate way too much candy. So, Anyway, the mother of 5 said she doesn't place limitations on her family's candy consumption so that they ultimately eat less of it. Instead, they tend to dig into their trick-or-treating haul for a few days and then simply tire of it. Yeah, let them eat so much that they're just sick of it.
Make your kids brush their teeth afterwards.
Yeah, that would also be a good idea, you know.
Yes.
This has always been our method.
Dentist a couple months ago, which I'll save for the end, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this has always been our method. I feel like kids are naturally intuitive eaters, so they will figure out what is good for them, said Jed, adding that her laissez-faire approach puts her in the minority. Kids are intuitive eaters?
No.
I've seen children literally bite a plank of wood.
I know.
That's not very intuitive, okay? So, yeah.
Nothing. I was just gonna say like never mind. Brain.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to like
It's,
tell like I was doing something wrong, but okay.
No.
All right.
This article is being promoted by Mars.
Right. Sponsored by Mars. Have you had your Milky Way? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. She continues here. I definitely have a lot of friends who donate their kids candy, and I have some who dole it out piece by piece.
Both of those things.
Yeah, the divisive issue of whether or not to restrict kids' access to sugar can be a source of much tantrum throwing each Halloween. But a small but growing faction believes that children should be able to gobble up as much as they want. Letting kids gorge on candies dovetails with a growing emphasis on autonomy for children in both parenting philosophies and educational approaches. A parent who has to trust that the kid is driven by their own needs and will, said Carol Danaher, a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and faculty member of the Ellen Satter Institute, which advocates for a vision of responsibility at mealtime. Their teachings stress that it's the parent's job to set up the structure and routine of meals, but that it is the child's responsibility to decide how much to eat from what is served, said Danaher. Halloween, she said, is a special day meant for enjoyment. If they are restricted from sweet food, there's guilt around them, the child will crave them more and they won't have their natural limits. Meanwhile, Michigan-based mom Haley Schick falls under the other side of the spectrum, at least when it comes to candy bars. I am not extreme where I don't let them participate. Whatever her last name again is, I don't know. It's SCH and then the EI and then more CHs. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure how you say that. I'm going to go with Shike. Told the Post. Anyway, instead, she and her husband, Dr. Tarek Paka?
What is with these names?
Why do I get the one with the weird names that nobody can pronounce? Anyway,
the writer of this article is a fat bitch. That's my bet.
Okay.
Male or female, I don't care. They're fat.
I think it was Kristen. Kristen or Kirsten? Kirsten. That doesn't answer it for me. It could be either way. I'm off subject.
Substitute their names with swear words.
No, that's not a good idea. Anyway, so the husband, Dr. Tarek Pacha, who have a blended family of 6. That sounds messy. Allow their kids to trick or treat and eat a piece or two of candy that night. A piece of candy or two?
That
got a whole
is
bag of it.
bullshit.
What?
Anyway, then they do the switch witch, where the kids hand over their candy and, much like an elf on the shelf, a good witch replaces it with a toy while they sleep. The pair who own My Superhero Foods,
gross.
a platform to educate families on the nutritional benefits of whole foods, don't have a beef with sweets per se. Okay.
That's too much of one thing too.
Rather, they take issue with store-bought packaged versions made with artificial ingredients. The main purpose of these flavors is to light up and alter their taste buds. There's artificial food coloring, which is linked to behavioral disorders in kids, and study after study, it's proving it, said Shike. The FDA has said that research linking artificial dyes with hyperactivity in children is inconclusive. In Europe, products with certain dyes contain warning labels.
The funniest thing about this is on the side, you have Robert F. Kennedy, at least on my thing. And, this is what he's been railing about for, the last couple months. It's, artificial dyes and preservatives and all that shit.
I'm almost done. So, a couple more paragraphs here. On Halloween night, they feed their kids a nutrient-dense dinner and dessert, such as homemade ice cream, which they say prevents them from craving candy. Rather, they're more excited about the toy in the morning, said Shike.
I should point out that homemade ice cream is almost always made in a bag.
Why did you have to say that right now? I'm reading. Can we not distract the person reading the article with a whole tangent about bags and dairy products, please? Anyway,
The Canadian here.
God damn it, we're gonna get on the milk bags thing, and I don't want to go there yet.
They acknowledge.
Hey, focus. Moving on. Okay.
You got this.
They acknowledge that they can't control what the kids consume outside the home, so they stress educating their offspring so they can make sensible choices. Kids are smarter than you think, said Patrick. And it's our responsibility to control what we can control, and they usually make the right choices. Kids are smarter than you think, and you have 6 of them in a blender. That's weird. He said he had a blended family of 6.
Kids are smart, so we gotta control them. Oh my god.
I don't know if kids are that smart. If you can fit 6 of them in a blender, that's really weird and dark. And he's a doctor. That's the thing. Like, doesn't that sound like it's medically not smart? Let me put 6 kids in a blender.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
it's
this
just
picture of Pacha, and like it almost like it looks like he's like a cryptid, but like a less like
it's like not human. It doesn't. He doesn't look human.
It's not quite uncanny, but it's edging onto that.
Yeah, we're bordering into. I don't know if that's a real person.
Yeah.
And he's not wearing a tie.
The eyes,
he's not.
They're very sunken in and darker.
He's not wearing a tie though. You can't tell if he makes good choices or bad choices. He leaves it open. It's up to your interpretation. That way it helps him blend in. No, it helps him blend in, so you don't know if he's a cryptid or not.
And he does. And you scrolled away. Never mind. You fucked up my joke. Now.
I'm back.
Okay. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I got horrible.
There we go. He has
Anyway.
a tie now. There's a bow tie.
Do I trust him now?
Yes.
You still can't answer this for me though. Is it a clip-up? Is it a Velcro one? Is it a tied tie? It's a PNG tie. We don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All I know is this is the sort of guy who's
Play it with fire here,
He
Blue.
looks like Pee Wee
His
Herman Haldo with the gray outfit, the gray suit, and the red tie.
His entire basis is being based off of his own ego, and I really dislike him because it's not like some of the things he's not saying isn't true. Yeah, they have been finding links to some of those dyes that are a little bit questionable. Here's the thing, though. This idea that he has that by controlling his kid's diet, that they're going to make better decisions. Every kid that I've ever known in my life who had parents like you still ate those snacks. They just did it with their friends when they knew you weren't around. So don't talk to me about choices. They make their choices, and yes, they'd like to respect yours. But if you're not going to sit down and talk to them and be like, this is kind of why I'd prefer you to eat this. And yeah, a little kid ain't going to understand that. What they understand is that you're just being unreasonable, and that's all they understand.
Yeah.
That's what they understand.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have had the peanut-covered M&Ms and shit. And no, I don't like them. I do think there's probably some things wrong with the dyes, but you can't control somebody else's diet the way that you want.
Nope.
And the minute they move out, they're going to pick that diet anyway, because fuck you. I love my dad, but you know...
When I was talking to my dentist about stuff last time I was there, they were talking to me about, like, you know, you can actually have a lot of sugar at once. It's just, like, you shouldn't be having sugar over a long period of time. So, like, if you, like, have, you know, like, 3 sodas in a very short amount of time, like 3 cans of sodas in a short amount of time, for teeth-wise at the very least, it's actually fine for the most part. It's, like, if you have like 1 soda and you just kind of sip that throughout the day, that's actually kind of bad for you. So, like, in a sense, having a bunch of sugar or whatever at once is not bad, at least for your teeth. You could argue like metabolism and the dyes and this and that and the other, but for your teeth, it's actually probably better to.
It's because you brush your teeth after having all of the sweets at one. If you do it one time, and throughout the day, you don't brush after every sip.
Also, and that's the other thing I wasn't going to agree with them on. At least for the other person that they were comparing to. It's not that I wouldn't let my kids have the bag the initial night. I'm still watching them because not every kid is the same. That's always going to be true. But some kids are kind of like puppies. They're kind of like dogs. you know, they don't actually understand that you probably should stop eating after a certain point because you're gonna make yourself puke.
Yep.
I'm just going through these comments.
Look,
I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. I'm not saying don't have your candy. I'm just saying if you eat that much, you're gonna make yourself puke. And what's the point in eating candy if you're just gonna puke it?
I like this one where it's just like sugar is addictive. Eating as much as you want leads you to wanting more. 2, 3 of her kids and her hubby look like they already had too much already. It's just like your kids and your husband are fat.
No.
wow.
Wow.
I was gonna say I had a method to eating my Halloween candy haul, and I don't know where I developed it either. That it's probably just because of my own behavior. But I realized very early on that I think it was after the first time I had a whole bucket of candy that if I eat all the Snickers or all the Twix or all the Reese's Pieces or all the Reese's peanut butter cups, I don't have more tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I became like literally my candy. The first thing I did when I got home and spilled it out on the table, I started separating it into groups. Yeah. Literally, I like, okay, all the peanut butter stuff goes over here, all the pure chocolate goes here, all the caramel goes over here, and then I would like just take like 3 or 4 from each one, and then run off and eat those. I divided my own candy up and just ate it so that I could have them for as long as possible.
A lot of kids do that too. You know, not every kid is like, I'm going to eat it all in one spot. A lot of kids are like, well, I can have this candy for a while if I, you know, count it out and figure out how to manage it.
Well, that was the thing. Like, I guess maybe that had to do with the way my parents were about candy. We didn't get candy very often. It wasn't like it's not like we couldn't have it. They just never really brought it up unless we did. So then, like, you know, like if I was like when I was little, if I was like, hey, could I have some candy? They're like, well, what do you want? And that usually would like stall me for at least a couple days because I'm like, I don't know, I can only pick one, right? And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, there's so many options, and it was like information overload. I was given such a wide range of choice that it confused me. So it took me forever to come to a conclusion till I figured out that I should just say 100 grand, and then they would give me 100 grand.
Yeah.
But I found a solution eventually. It just took a while to get there.
There was one thing I saw, one of my teachers showed me it when I was in high school, but it was like this advertisement of like some toothpaste or whatever, and it was basically giving a bunch of kids healthy alternatives to candy. And so it was like, so we have these broccoli based lollipops. And like,
oh no.
Well, like these are like 5-year-old kids that they're giving this to, and all the candy is like disgusting because it's like vegetable based and whatnot.
Are you like trying to ruin Halloween for children? That's terrible.
And well, like the whole point was like, you know, we try to give these kids healthy stuff, but they just don't like it. And it was like a toothpaste or a dentist like advertisement, which is just funny in its own right. But like I need to find it and like I'll send it to people if they're interested. But it was genuinely hilarious because it was like a lot of these kids were like having like the giblies from like eating this candy, like where they just shudder because it's so bad, or they just like take a bite of it and be like, bleh. And just like throw it up onto the thing, you know?
Oh, that's terrible.
And it's filled with like these little moments of just like pure entertainment where it's like one person's just like makes a hush and then like shudders from bottom to top and then back down, and you see it reverberate, and it's so funny.
Oh, that's funny.
See, for my childhood, the health crazed people were always the Sunripe people, and I laugh at them because I always like
what?
Sunripe. So Sunripe are the little raisin boxes.
Oh.
Okay. They're kind of like the toothbrush people. They figure that by giving you raisins, at least it's not candy. And I'm like, I agree with them. It's not candy, but you know, technically dried fruit might as well be like candy as far as
I will say this. I will say this.
I like it though.
There were people who gave those here too.
I like them though. I like raisins. So I'm like,
I liked them too, but I only ate a box of those like every 7 Halloween. That was about my limit.
Mm.
So the only issue with Sunright is because they're designed the way they are, too many people kind of keep them for too long. And even back then, they, the dates back then weren't really, they didn't put dates on everything.
No.
They didn't. They should have. But like raisins really only have like a year before they get like hard, and they're not pleasant when they're hard. And Sunright, because of the design of the box, they dry out faster. But like really fresh Sunright, and then the kids that would get the ones with the and the kids that would get the ones that were yogurt covered, I'm like, oh, you are so lucky because those don't go as fast.
No, I disagree.
I want to at least read the 3 other articles.
Yes, you're right.
Or like just the titles, because I know we gotta end.
Yeah. I was gonna read one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Kefki wants to read one.
If you want to read one, then read one. Yeah.
So let's see. I sleep in a coffin. People call me a weirdo, but it's so comfy. Man takes DNA test on a whim and uncovers dark secret his family had buried for years. I met a cheese fortune teller, and she told me where I had to travel next.
Guys.
That's what you should have read, Rat.
Yeah.
Well, which one do you want to read, Kefki?
I'll do the... Wait, no, what? The DNA test one sounds interesting, but I'm scared it's going to be a horrible one to end on.
It's not that interesting, honestly.
Okay, I'll do the coffin one.
Okay.
I sleep in a coffin. People call me a weirdo, but it's so comfy.
Okay, Alms.
She literally sleeps like the...
If you
dead.
did that, I would never let him.
A human vampire took her Dracula cosplay to the human vampire.
She's not. She just thinks she
is.
Was
chasing the guy from earlier.
Oh!
Yeah.
Took her Dracula cosplay to the extreme by sleeping in a coffin, which she insists is super comfy despite getting labeled a weirdo online. The casket case detailed her macabre mattress alternate in a video that scared up over 1.2 million views on TikTok. Yes, I keep a full real coffin in my bedroom, said the influencer, who goes by Sad Spice on the platform, and announced in the clip of her slumber sarcophagus. The pixie blonde southerner frequently gets gussied up in various cosplay ensembles, which she uploads to her over 600,000 followers on TikTok. Oh my god! Perhaps her most notable...
Sorry, you finish.
Go ahead.
Well, I just gotta call her out a little bit. So the goths have been doing the coffin thing for a long time. Like, making a bed in the shape of a coffin ain't new.
Yeah.
Comfortable. They really are.
Yeah. I actually...
You can design a bed in any shape you want, as long as you got somebody with carpentry skills.
I will add to this. A long time ago, I knew some goths, and one of them had a real coffin. And I'm like, dude, can I just try laying down? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I did. They are super comfortable. It was. I'm not gonna lie, they are comfy. So it's weird.
It depends on the coffin.
The rest you don't want to wake up from, Rat.
I don't know if it was that comfortable, but
sorry. I think they're calling you a weirdo for taking your vampire LARP too far. That's what it is.
It could be.
Maybe.
Anyway, sorry.
Perhaps her most notable accessory is a set of acrylic clip-on vampire fangs. Clip-on.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be a clip-on bow tie.
Which makes her look like a goth vampire from one of the Blade films. However, Sad Spice, who also has over 205,000 followers. Do we have to know how many followers she fucking has on Instagram or Instagram?
Yeah, it's crucial information.
Recently, after revealing that she boasts a vampiric sleeping setup as well. I'm going to answer some questions about my coffin, declared the cosplayer in the clip, which she shows her bedding down in her
Funerary?
Funerary, yeah.
funeral box. Sad Spice claims she got the unpainted pine coffin from a place called Casket Builder Supply. As the casket measures a whopping 6 feet 8 inches, potential buyers for sure need help when you're putting it together, she advised in a clip. Naturally, the sleeping arrangement might seem uncomfortable and even dangerous. However, Sad Spice claims that's not the case. There is 4 inches of memory foam in here so I can sleep, she explains from the confines of the casket. No, I don't close the lid. However, it's not airtight. It is the safe.
The notion of this, like, imagine like someone's breaking into your home. You can't exactly like defend yourself, like you're not in a position of it. You
Just throw
like,
open the lid.
Coffin,
sit up.
you put the lid on.
Opens coffin
So-
lid and brings out an anti-material rifle to deal with the threat.
Exactly. It's just like that could be like a fun like ambush, or you know, like who's gonna check a coffin?
See,
So, oh, go ahead.
there's a critical design feature everyone keeps forgetting about. with
Oh, it's not
coffins.
over. Oh, okay.
Oh, anyway,
Yeah.
I'll continue on then.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Girl said she wanted to sleep in a coffin ever since she was 14 so she could hide away from all her problems. The first time I asked my parents if I could build a coffin bed, they said, no, that would be weird. Well, you have crappy parents then. The wannabe vamp recalled, well, joke's on them, I have one now. Along with sealing herself away from all her problems and getting even with her parents. I doubt that gets even with her parents. You're
No.
stupid.
No.
Sad Spice
Look at the picture
claims
right below.
that gets even with her parents. Sad Spice claims that her sleep coffin has also been covered by the red banner and has been to deter it to undesirable suitors. It is a great way of weeding out potential bad dates, cause ain't no one gonna hang out with someone who has a coffin in their room. That's not true. Many viewers thought her bed was, I am not fucking saying that pun. I am not fucking saying that. Stupid.
No,
Matt,
but it's
Matt,
fine.
read the
What's wrong
pun.
with Dracula?
Whackula.
See this huge red flag, and honestly, more of a sign to run away instead of walk away, said one critic. Another wrote, this isn't normal. You got some trauma. This coming from a guy who's born in communist Transylvania. Meanwhile, others labeled Sad Spice a weirdo. Thankfully, she found some dead. I am not reading that.
This one has good jokes.
It does.
Like the
Good
banana
bad
one, it said the
redemption.
same joke like 5 times in a row. This one's funny.
No, Lodi.
Read it.
I love me some
Dead
Dead Bed
Redemption.
Redemption.
No, thank you, Boo.
Favorite video game.
Among
So I-
those of fans. Girl, you are literally living my dream. The fangs, the coffin, the bed. I'm very happy for you, said one viewer. Another wrote, honestly, this sounds, what's that word? Lit for night shift workers. Little extra soundproofing. Lid keeps the light out. Vampires are onto something here. Honestly, I would love a memory foam padded box to hide in, especially if my migraines came back, said a third. I would close the lid, though.
What's the first comment?
I think somebody said this earlier in chat, but they're not
What?
wrong.
Look at me,
Goths-
mommy.
Read the
First comment.
first comment.
Look at me, mommy. What?
It's just the goths have really kind of died out, and for one thing, it's a lot of goths.
Oh my god.
She's what as a bitch. But Gray, just so you know, there are a form of goths that are technically blondes. It's a different form of it.
Yeah.
If you take into account funerals can be done in white, you can have a white goth. So being a blonde is kind of better for that. But traditional goths are usually, you're not wrong, they're usually black hair. You're usually dyeing your hair to get the funeral look.
I like the one by Hockey Mullet Person. If the coffins are rocking, don't come a knocking.
It's also like if you wanted to be really spicy, some cultures actually do funerals in red. So you could technically do a red goth. It's just you have to know what you're talking about. Like you'd have to actually look into what that culture is telling you to do. Otherwise, you're just a lazy bitch like that one. She's a city.
Wait, what? What do you mean a red goth?
So if you take into account that goths are taking from not just funerals, but they're taking from Victorian era. So a lot of funerals are done in white, you know? But if you go to Asia, you have funerals that are done in red.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. So if you wanted to make a red goth, well, understand what that funeral is. If it's done in red, you can do it in red.
Well, what do you mean a red goth?
A goth. Think a goth.
Well, but, no. What do you mean red, though? A red one.
The color red.
Like your whole outfit.
Well, goths can wear any color they want. They're not just allocated to black, or they don't have to just wear black. You can wear any color. And there's different types nowadays, which is stupid. But they got pastel goths.
Well, that's kind of what we're shitting on. That's kind of what we're shitting on. That's the side that we don't think of as necessarily being goth. I think those are just people who want the title of goth, but don't want to commit to it.
Yeah.
I love this one as well. At least if you die.
I'm sorry, I was confused.
Easy.
Wait, what? At least if you die in your sleep, the cleanup will be. Oh my god.
Lovely.
God bless.
It always ends up having to do with your funerals. Like even in the West, like even if you go to England and the UK, I do that too much. Where I'm like England, as though there's not 3 other definite cultures there. But even for them, they have different ways of which they go about with their funerals. So, you know, some people still wear white, even there. I don't know how often that happens. I just, you know, the odd person I see a picture, I'm like, oh, okay, so you do that there. All right. It's why I didn't want to go into it. Like, as a kid, I saw some girls who would be goths, and I'd be like, they look good. And then I saw a lot of people who would try to be goths, and I'm like, you're just a dirty motherfucker. Take a shower.
How many articles are left?
I thought we were just going to read
You
that
guys
one.
Too, but I thought we were going to end after this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why fro.
We're like an hour and a half or so.
Yeah, we've been live for an hour and a half.
The DNA test one. Apparently, his ancestor was a serial killer. That's the whole thing. His girlfriend broke up with him over it.
That's so stupid.
That's retarded.
It was literally like apparently they had evil blood in their DNA or something like that.
For fuck's sake.
That's so stupid. Okay.
And you know, I'm not gonna disagree about the TUES one.
Like the guy who found out his bloodline like is related to a serial killer. Like that doesn't really tie in with the rest of my theory I've been crafting this whole time. You know?
I'm concerned.
It doesn't tie in.
Bow tie in?
Yeah.
Nice tree, Fromun.
Y'all just hanging out in the tree.
Yeah.
Now you got me thinking about it now. What kind of a tie would a rat wear? I don't know.
Probably like, you know, the really like, you know how like ties go between like regular like neckties? They go between like being really long and thin and short and wide. You'd have like the shortest, widest tie out there.
Probably. I don't know. Part of me is also like, maybe I just wear like a bandana or something. I don't know.
But yeah.
I'll have to think about it.
For the record, I didn't mean to sound like I was generalizing goths. I just mean that when I was in high school, 90% of the goth kids that I knew really didn't look like they showered. I'm like, I think you're confusing goth with grunge. But I did know a few who were neat freaks, you know? For every 5 dirty ones, there was one that was like, I would take notes from.
ignoring things just like a regional whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I think some kids were using goth to express I'm depressed. And I'm like, you know, you don't necessarily
Just
have
because
to be
you're
a
goth
depressed
don't mean
person
you're,
to
it
be
doesn't mean you're depressed.
Yeah.
Most goths are pretty happy.
like,
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, fRo, for finding us some articles. I appreciate it so very much.
I've done this professionally for years.
Well, I still appreciate it, even though you've done it professionally. How does this equate to me not appreciating? How? I say.
Just doing my job.
Yeah.
Nah.
Let's see. Okay, I don't know if. Oh, hey, Red. I don't know if. Did I miss anybody? Did anybody enter the chat and get past me?
Keishal?
Hey, Keishal! Sorry I didn't say that earlier. We were looking at the articles.
But for next stream, the next time we do a stream like this, we need to sort of come up with a better sort of layout so you can still read chat and see articles that other people are streaming and yada 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 yada.
Yeah,
We'll work it out.
Yeah.
There's some interesting suggestions there in the chat though about what kind of tie,
like
double winter, cravat.
You're really fucking hung up on the boat.
Well, an ascot. It's a thing. It really that's really a thing.
I'm avoiding the milk thing I brought up earlier.
Well, no, we're skipping that. We don't have time for that. But I like that. Like my original thing about like good scientists, bad scientists. It's all about the tie. That's been a thing since I was a kid. Seriously.
Fair.
Good, like every decent scientist I've come across that was fairly smart had a good tie. Every bad scientist I've run across had a bad tie. And I'm this can't be a coincidence.
Well, the thing I said was kind of true. Like, to tie a tie, you should be able to know how to tie a knot. If you can't tie a knot, I'm questioning your science, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's comfortable or I wish it on anyone, but, you know. It's a knot.
Yeah. I saw.
What if it's not a knot?
What the heck?
Well, you don't want a knot, because that'll noose you.
What the heck?
Hey, Rat, do you like the bag next to you?
What bag?
Oh no.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything. I can't even read chat anymore because my eyes are closed.
It's right there.
See, Kefki, as a girl, it's not that I didn't have sympathy for the boys, but every once in a while, watching a boy who didn't know how to tie a tie was funny because he would choke himself.
Yes, Jotty, you can pop out the chat. There's more to it. I'll work it out.
Part that disturbs me is the fact that I'm sitting here. I've had my eyes closed for like 30 seconds, and I know it's right next. It has.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh God.
I've never actually. We don't have those in my province. That's totally Ontario.
Look, this show is supposed to be Halloween themed, but we're not supposed to scare Rat to death, okay?
No, you don't understand the amount of like resentment I had towards Ontario for that shit, and like we don't even sell that fucking crap. I even know why they sell it, and they don't. You know, I have more of a reason for why they sell it than the Ontarians. Then they're just like, no, we're just weird. I'm like, no, it's because you fucking freeze it.
Jen.
What? You don't want to know about frozen bags?
I don't want to. I'm afraid to open my eyes. Is it gone?
No.
No.
There's a fish playing around.
I don't know.
You know, that is a thought though. The idea that you could use those to make ice cream with.
Rat.
Rat. I have made like homemade ice cream on multiple occasions for groups of people, and it's not hard. You get rock salt, or really salt does just fine, but rock salt's cheaper. And ice, and you use that because it creates a chemical or a physical process that sucks the heat energy out of the surrounding area. So you just mix milk and cream and sugar and vanilla and whatever else you want really together in a bag. You put the ice and the salt together, you shake it up a lot, and you get ice cream.
They're multiplying. I have an eye open. I can see them.
Hey, Rat. If you think hard enough, it might vanish into thin air.
I've been trying this whole time.
You know what sucks
Well, it
about
seems to be
that,
paying
Fromun?
off. It seems to slowly be dematerializing.
Oh, great! So it's a ghost bag of milk. Great.
What sucks about that is
Oh no.
that brand does still sell in Ontario, but they don't have an ice cream. I'm like,
Oh,
with just
no.
knowing that, they should just redo it and make ice cream with it.
Look,
Yeah.
I have Kemp's, and Kemp's does sell bags of milk where I live.
We need to fight the octopus with a bag of milk.
Yeah, that somehow that would
Hi,
work.
Omegon.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting guest appearances here.
I mean, goodness, I've never spoken to you in person. I always just say stuff in chat and hope you understand me. Do you ever do that? You go to visit a channel you like, you get an opportunity to write something in text, and they misread it, and you're sitting there like
Write
just
things
disappointed
more
the whole
often
time.
than they misread it.
Look,
With the-
I want to pay attention to you, but like, there's an epic battle between a ghost bag of milk and some giant demon right now, and I can't handle it. It's more than my Lodimer's like blinking in and out of existence. It's freaking me out. All right.
Yeah.
And it's
I think
ascended
everything's
from
going to
octopus
shit.
jellyfish.
We're almost approaching what's going on in my brain all the time, and I can't handle that.
It seems to be immune to the bag of milk.
Oh no.
The bag of milk seems to be godly,
You know,
Oh,
there's an SCP that this
Sorry.
reminds me of.
Is that a jellyfish?
Yep.
Yep. Maybe the
Oh.
the jellyfish seems to be immune to the.
Yeah.
The milk? He's not thirsty. He's like,
I'm
nah,
okay. Just keep the jellyfish by me. The
Like, an
neurotoxin should
octopus
help.
has like, a clear mouth, so the octopus can get a milk mustache hypothetically. But I don't think a jellyfish can.
Wait. How?
Fromun,
But no.
I'm gonna give you some information that I found out there a couple weeks ago. Because Google was my friend. Whales can fart.
Yes, they can.
Yeah,
They can
but
fart.
like, hold on.
Do octopus fart? I'm
Does
gonna
an
find out.
octopus have?
Well, like
Maybe the
it
boat,
has
like,
it has like a mollusk,
jellyfish.
sort of like or proboscis, not a proboscis. It has a beak.
Yeah,
But I don't know if it has like a butthole. Like there are like animals who like poop out their mouth. And there's animals who have like their butthole right above their head, so they constantly poop on their head.
This has gotten weird, and I'm not okay with it.
Okay. Wait, the things I'm talking about, or the fact that we now have a bow tie and a jellyfish in here?
All of it. All of it has gotten to be just a little. It's a little. There's a lot going on. Okay.
Okay.
You know, this seed is missing Harambe. Yep.
No.
Oh
No.
god.
No. Why?
Try an
Why?
octopus with a gorilla. And a bag of milk.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Yeah, no, this is
We've
its
peaked.
Robbie was too ghost for you guys, and he was like, I win.
So I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Thank you, Ratatat. Thank you, Fro. Thank you, Jen, and thank you, BuhLooZeR. And I don't have to thank Lodi because he has to be here.
Thanks, Lodi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Don't encourage him.
No, thank you.
Oh, thank God.
I'll
thank
encourage whoever I bloody well please.
Wait, he said he
I'm
don't
not-
thank you.
Oh no.
I'm just letting you know for another stream, maybe not next one because next one probably should be Halloweeny, but
Yeah,
I'm
yes.
just letting you know there is an article that tells you
Okay.
which animals do and don't fart, and that would be
Jen!
not for now. We're ending.
No,
For next time.
I have more articles. I have a backlog for like 7 or 8 years now. Of
another one?
just the dumbest things you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, we gotta get going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So,
No,
Thank you for-
let's lead into outros. So
Jen! What? Shush.
you shush.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. Thank you, chat. Everybody, take care and have a good Monday and be safe. And anybody want to say anything before we go?
It's up to
Will not
Kefki.
have a good Monday. You cannot tell me what to do.
Yes.
I think I've said enough.
Okay, guys. Bye.